Have you ever come across a weapon in Apex Legends Mobile and thought to yourself, hey, this might be good, let me try it out. But then you realize you already have 2 weapons, and now you think to yourself, wait, there's like 24 guns in this game, which ones should I be using? Well, look no further, because in today's video, I've put every single weapon in Apex Mobile into a tier list ranking, so now you will know which guns are hot and which guns are not. Starting off at the F tier, aka why is this even in the game? And we only have one gun, which is the P2020. It's literally just a standard crappy pistol and is outclassed by literally every other gun in the game. Moving on to D tier, or guns you really shouldn't be using, and we have the Mozambique. Hands down the worst shotgun in the entire game. Above that is the G7 Scout. Although it can be good at longer ranges, it is the worst assault rifle in the game with its low rate of fire and high difficulty. Next up we have the C tier. Guns that aren't terrible, but you really should try to find something else. Lowest gun in this tier is the RE45. It's got a fast fire rate, but the magazine empties pretty quickly, and combined with its low damage, it will feel like you are shooting marshmallows. After that, there's the longbow. This semi-auto sniper rifle is good for chipping away at your opponent's health, and if you can tap heads, then you can do some insane damage. However, the longbow does mediocre damage to the rest of the body. Added with its not so great fire rate, this is the last sniper you would want to pick up. Then there's the charge rifle. It's one of the most unique guns in the game, if you can even call it a gun. It fires a laser that does the most damage on its final shot. However, you really need to hit that final part of the laser to do any real damage. In addition, the reload time on this thing is abysmal. 4 freaking seconds, plus it eats up ammo pretty quickly. However, there is one great thing about this weapon, which is the fact that it is great for damage farming. Just camp down and look at hot drops, and you will be able to rack up damage really quickly so you can get that 4K badge on your legend. And at the top of the C tier is the Hemlock. It isn't necessarily a bad weapon, and it can be pretty great at times, but other assault rifles outclass it, and the Hemlock is something you really only carry until you can find a better rifle. Now we're getting into the good guns. Bottom of the B tier is the Alternator. This SMG is alright. Yeah, that's about it. The problem with the Alternator is that it's an alright weapon, but that's pretty much all it has going for it. Compared to other SMGs in this game, this gun just pales in comparison and really is just another weapon. After that is the Mastiff. The Mastiff is a decent shotgun, however the main problem is its bullet spread. Fighting legends with bigger hitboxes like Gibraltar isn't too much of a problem, but good luck trying to take down a Wraith with this gun. After that is the Devotion. Now overall this is a pretty good gun, but without the turbocharger, the Devotion will take almost 2 full seconds to reach its maximum fire rate. And since this tier list is comparing all the weapons in their base form, so no attachments, the Devotion was placed in the B tier. Then there's the Sentinel. On its own, this bolt action sniper rifle can do its job pretty well. However, if you have 2 shield cells to spare, you can use the Disruptor ability, which will allow your Sentinel to one-shot all shields for the next 8 shots, which is just insanity. Imagine being able to one-tap a red Evo shield right off an enemy player. That is insane. And at the top of the B tier, a lot of you may disagree with this, but it's the Havoc. I'll admit this gun is really good and a lot of fun to use if you have the turbocharger, because without it the Havoc will take half a second to charge up before you can fire any shots. With the turbocharger, this gun is easily an A tier weapon, but without it, the Havoc can make you lose quite a few gunfights. Now we're getting into the really juicy weapons, aka the A tier. These weapons about to make me act up. If you can get your hands on 1 or even 2 of these weapons, you will be chilling. Starting at the bottom is the EVA 8. Now some of you may be like, oh Delta, you stupid, why did you put the EVA 8 over the Mastiff? And there's a couple reasons. First off, look at the bullet spread. I'm gonna have to go with the EVA 8 on this one. The EVA 8 is also full auto and has a longer range. The Mastiff really only wins in terms of damage. So overall, I have to say the EVA 8 is better. After that is the Prowler. This gun is heavily underrated. At range, it may suffer, but close up, this little guy is a monster. A 5-shot burst that can absolutely melt opponents. This is one of the best close range guns in the entire game. Above that is the Wingman. Now it may be a bit controversial to place this gun so high up, but I'll tell you, in the hands of the right player, you better watch out. This is by far the best pistol in the game, boasting an admirable fire rate and heavy damage. A challenging gun to use, but very rewarding. Up next, we've got the first supply drop only weapon, and it is the best shotgun in all of Apex Mobile, the Peacekeeper. This gun is fantastic because up close, it does its job phenomenally as a shotgun, but if you can aim down sights for just a little bit, you can greatly tighten your pellets and do some insane damage, even at longer ranges. Overall, if you like running shotguns, this gun is simply fantastic. Now the next gun might come as a surprise, but hear me out. It's the Triple Take, and here's why. The Triple Take is a marksman rifle, meaning it has an above average rate of fire for a sniper. In addition, it fires off 3 bullets, and like the Peacekeeper, if you ADS for a small time, you can greatly reduce the spread of those bullets. Now you might be thinking, wow, just another sniper with another ability. Wrong! This isn't just another sniper, this is also a shotgun. Sort of. If you are close range, there is a good chance you will be able to hit all 3 bullets without even charging the weapon. And when that happens, you are going to deal a lot of damage. Above the Triple Take, we've got 1 star of a weapon, the L-Star. I have nothing but good things to say. Great accuracy, great damage per second, great capacity. This weapon is just all around fantastic, so give it a try. Next up is the Flatline. This assault rifle is really good with its higher damage and great fire rate. While it excels in close to medium range, the recoil isn't the easiest to manage, and therefore trying to full auto at longer ranges can be quite difficult. However, the single fire option can somewhat make up for that, and overall this is an amazing weapon to run all game. After that, we've got the R99. This gun is a high speed devil. Fast ADS, fast movement speed, fast everything, especially a fast fire rate. Although this gun doesn't deal too much damage per bullet, the insanely fast fire rate allows it to absolutely melt opponents, and if you can learn to hit more shots, this gun just becomes such a beast. And at the top of the A tier is the Volt, aka the best SMG in the game. This gun is just like the R99. As an SMG, it's amazing. Now the R99 and the Volt are pretty close when it comes to the king of SMGs, but the recoil of the R99 can be inconsistent at times, and the Volt is a much more reliable weapon. Now onto the absolute kings of this game, the S tier, and at the bottom we have the Spitfire, a supply drop only weapon. Now I don't usually run this gun, but one game I used it and ended up with an 8 kill win. It's got a large magazine capacity, great fire rate, manageable recoil, and its potential to spray down a crowd is unparalleled, meaning it's a great weapon choice when you need to take on more than one opponent at once. Overall, the Spitfire is currently one of the greatest weapons in the game. But above that, we have the highest damage gun in all of Apex. It can take out any player with just a single headshot. It's none other than the Kraber, another supply drop only weapon. What can I say about this weapon? It does insane damage if you can hit the body or limbs, but just a single shot to the head will knock a player out cold. It's pretty easy to see why this gun is in the S tier. And now, arguably the greatest weapon in all of Apex Mobile, it is the R301. This gun is just absolutely beautiful. The fire rate, the speed, the damage, the recoil, everything. It is just such an awesome weapon, and it's not hard to see why the R301 is a contender for the best gun in all of Apex Mobile. Subscribe right now for more Apex Mobile content. I promise I am going to make even better videos in the future. Thanks for watching, and bye.